I was going to show you guys the different colors of English Orpingtons that I have. I have quite a few of them in this pen. They're all eating right now. I thought it might be easier to point them out since they'll somewhat hold still. And all of the ones I have in here are 1 to 2 years old. So these are mature. So I'll just start right here. These here, this rooster you can see with the spots, and then the girl here beside him, not the reddish one, this kind of tan one. Those are chocolate splash mauve English Orpingtons. There's another mauve hen on the other side of the chocolate splash rooster. So this colorway goes together. It throws both. I have a chocolate splash hen as well. Let me see, she is over here. Let me see if I can get close to her. And whenever I divide them into breeding pens, the mauve hens and the chocolate splash hen goes in with the chocolate splash rooster. There she is. So, and you will get both colors out of that match, that pairing there. Now I have these here are red cuckoo English Orpington hens. These are a little older. They're the oldest ones in this pen. I have several of those, but I do not have a rooster that goes with them. I lost him just suddenly one day. I don't know if it was a heart attack or what. So I only have hens in those. Now I do have this darker red boy right here. He is just a red English Orpington. She would move back a little so you could see him better. Let me come around here. There he goes. So he is very pretty. He has like a green sheen to his tail feathers and wing feathers a little bit. Now they did just recently molt a lot of the chickens in here, so you can see his feathers are he's still working on it. He's kind of not in the prettiest shape, and his feathers, he has kind of some darker new ones coming in. They're a little darker. So here you can see again the chocolate splash rooster with his 2 mauve hens. Now I also have this little girl right here, looks rough. That is a lavender Brahma, and she is molting hard right now. Then I have my black mottled English Orpingtons, which are probably my favorite. Here's one of my hens. They're big, puffy, just very fluffy. The rooster is the biggest rooster I have. Let me see if I can get him over here. They're easy to pick out. They're just the black and white ones. Here's that pretty little girl. And you can see here they're just very fluffy. Let me see if I can get this rooster to step out a little bit. Now he's been molting as well, and he has kind of lost his tail feathers. So he was a lot prettier in the summer. There you go. But they are my favorites, and they are very big. They're just probably my favorite English Orpingtons that I have. I like my black mottled pair. Now I do have the lavender mottled as well. They're side by side right now. I only have a rooster and a hen out of them. Once again, they are molting. The roosters have he's lost his tail feathers as well and looks kind of frumpy. But you can see the pattern. They're very pretty. Just kind of a lavender color that's a little bit of a darker lavender than just the standard lavender English Orpingtons. But they're very pretty as well. And they have been, I don't know if this is true for all the lavender models, but they are, in general, they're just very laid back and chill. And she has laid the best out of all of my English Orpingtons. She laid just pretty much every single day for months. Now that they're molting, none of them are really laying that much now. So we have all of the rusty red ones here. Those are the red cuckoo. There's my red boy back there. I've got my lavender mottled. The little lavender here that just jumped in is a little lavender Wyandotte. And then I have my chocolate girl. She is molting, so she looks hilarious right now. She's kind of got dark feathers and light feathers. I had some chocolate roosters as well, and they were the meanest roosters I have ever had. And I've had chickens for years, but the roosters were so incredibly mean. I just moved them on. So currently I have 2 chocolate hens, but they look hilarious this time of year. Normally they're just a solid chocolate color, but right now she's all different colors with all her new feathers coming in. The lighter color feathers are the old ones that have bleached out some in the sun over the summer. And then most of hers there on the back are the dark new feathers. So that is not all of the colors that I have. I have a few more in grow out pens and such, but I just thought for those of you that are looking at English Orpingtons and all the colorways that you might like to see some of them just for comparison side by side. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. I'll be happy to help. There's my little lavender Brahma hen. She looks so funny right now. She's molting and almost had no feathers for a while. They are growing back in. You can see there all the little tiny feathers growing back in, but she was almost bald for a while. Anyways, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below and I will try to help. And of course, a like and a follow is always greatly appreciated. And thank you for watching.